There's in the house. Greetings. Hey, Michael. Joski, looking intently. Soon we'll see those dimples. We'll have to ask him how their anniversary went. Ah, yes, see, there goes the dimples. We remember. Uh-huh. Jasmine, good to see you. Welcome back. Your video is doing some funky things right now, which is kind of cool. All right. And we will be letting the other folks in as they come in. Please. I know Zoom is doing wildness, right? Recently. You know the internet, they always up to their shenanigans. So we'll do our best to survive the internets. And, if things happen, we'll make it work. Mr. Tezazomo, I see you in the spot. Greetings. Yes, that's funny. I was just about to do the same thing to you. How did you know? See, we're on the same level already. Messiah, I'm feeling that hat, man. It's looking real warm. You warming me up from here. I appreciate you. Michael Kobe, good to see you. Gustav on the scene. What's up? Good to see you, my brother. Always glad to see your face. Nancy, I'm so glad you made it in the room. There's a lot of hat game going on. I agree, Michael. I agree. Okay. Julian Matthews is joining us. For everybody who is just trickling into the room, I'm your host for the evening. That's Ray Jane, ITSRAYJANE. Shout out to the folks in Facebook land, YouTube land, wherever we're live streaming these days. Well, keep that in mind just in case you miss anything, your bladder calls and somebody went and you missed it. You can always go back and watch the show later. All right, so the way that we do this here is we greet each other as we come in with love, in the same way we leave the room is how we enter. So please feel free to message each other in the chat, fill the space with all the things you feel like you need and didn't get through the week or today, whenever. Give it to each other. It usually will come back to you swiftly and abundantly in this space. Aaliyah, we see you. Thank you for being here. Shaki G is up in the spot. We appreciate you for spending your evening with us. We will get started just shortly. Hey, Nancy, I see you in the chat, girl. Glad to see you, Nora. I don't know if we've ever had the pleasure of meeting. If we haven't, you are more than welcome here. And I'm just going to drop the list as well. I know everybody's like, that's real nice, Ray Jane, but where is the list? I need to see, where do I stand? Did I make it? Do I need to sign up for the good luck round? Let's see. If I was any good at a drum roll, this would be exciting, but I'm not. So y'all just going to put it in your mind. Check out the list. Oh, first time here. We love a first timer. Okay. So thank you, Lizzie, for the air drum roll. I appreciate you. See what I'm saying? Community. That's what it's all about. So check out the list. If you do not see yourself on the guaranteed list, as always, don't freak out. It's okay. We have something called the good luck round. And let's get into what that even means. All right, let's just start off the show. Why don't we? So, as I mentioned, this is the Thursday night online open mic presented to you by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. We are here every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, bringing to you 3-minute sets of poetry, music, comedy, and sometimes the 3 minutes turns into 5 minutes. We do what we do. We go with the spirit. We follow where the energy takes us and try to make space for the entirety of our thoughts here. So the way that you get on the guaranteed list usually is to sign up 24 hours ahead of time on the neweurekan.org's website. You go to the full events calendar, you pick your Thursday of choice at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday night, since we're spitting on Thursday night, and artist ticket. As some of you may have noticed, every now and then we have some technical difficulties. And all we ask is that you be patient with us, send us a little line, let us know, hey, Ray Jane, the tech issues are happening again. And we usually are able to get to it and fix it. I let the producers know. One of them in the room right now, Ron Mark Thompson, is always holding us down. So is Nico Diaz, and they usually are jumping right on it. And then I'm usually posting a little story to remind you that the list is up and live. So we appreciate you for letting us know. You're not bothering us. It's helpful. So thank you very much. And for those of you who do not get a chance to get on the good or the guaranteed round because of technical difficulties or, other things was going on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, you just come through. And we have something called the good luck round. So we usually have about 5 to 10 spaces depending on how fat the guaranteed list is. And you just hit me with the Zoom DM. Okay, so that's a private message for those of you who are not familiar with the Zoomverse. I don't know how you couldn't be at this time, but we leave space for everyone. Just let me know and I will throw you on the good luck round and we will try to make space for you. Okay, this is a safe space. We are not here to compete with each other or to put each other down. This is where you come where everywhere else is not so safe, where everyone else is not so inviting, where you're not sure you're going to get love. Here, you ought to be sure of all those things. And the only way that we can be sure is to help each other keep this space safe. And that is one rule in this room, which is don't get cute because you will get the boot. And what does that mean? There will be no hateful content. No disrespect will be tolerated in here. It's a free speech area, but please watch your mouth, okay? Because Ron Mark Thompson will boop you out of here, okay, if you are being offensive. And we only have our, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 eyes between us. So if you see something that's offensive, please do let us know so that we can make sure that we are truly having a safe space. If you are performing this evening, put your pronouns, your IG handles in your boxes with you so that we know how to properly address you. Okay. And then also, we like to support you. So if you got stuff that you're doing, you got your own show, you got a podcast, you got a feature coming up, please be prepared to put that into the chat, as well as how we can find you. If you've got any Venmo, PayPal links, etc., so we could throw you a little dollar too. It would be our pleasure to lift you. So please don't rob us of the opportunity to do so. Okay. Because we know this is a free space for us. We take time to give thanks to the folks who make that possible. So shout out to the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust. Mwah! Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to do our thing. If you want to help and add yourself to that list with a tax-deductible donation, please go to theneweurekan.org/contribute or hit us up on Cash App, $New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Every dollar counts. We just had a fundraiser celebrating La Bruja, who is our executive director's 50th birthday, which coincides with the 50th anniversary of the New Yo. And we had a roast and toast. And just so you know, our aim is to generate $500,000 because we got a big dream for how this community and the space it takes up evolves. So every little bit counts, and we thank you in advance for anything that you decide to share. All right, so we done went into that, we done got into this and that and all that. So what we're going to do is bring it back to the poetry, because that's why we're here. I know that's why y'all here, that's why I'm here. So I will drop the guaranteed list once more, because Michael Sindler said 50 going on 30. That's right. Have you seen La Bruja these days? I mean, it's Benjamin Button. Okay, she's going backwards. It's not forward. It's definitely backwards. Okay, so here's the list one more again. If you came in after we dropped it, please do find yourself. And as you can see, we will be starting with Michael Sindler, who's already filling the room with nothing but the truth. Okay, so please unmute yourself, Michael. Always good to see you. Excited to hear what you got to say.
Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, just a special call out to y'all for getting there and taking care of that technical glitch yesterday. Appreciate that. Speaking of technical things that aren't glitchy, I'm just going to put out my word for lighthouseriders.org. Everybody here in the Zoom room knows I do this all the time, but for all you people out there and YouTube land, it's so worth checking out. Great organization, great classes and workshops, and events and things. I'm going to start with a new piece, and then I'm going to do a couple really short ones. This new piece, I keep telling people they get extra credit if they guess what it's based on, and absolutely nobody has yet, which just whatever. It's called Drawn Back for FSF, which should be a clue right there. Drawn back into the past like that damn boat, bailing water in ceaseless panic, feet frozen in black pooling memory, broken oar floating away from crisis. Bailing water in ceaseless panic, green light reflected on rippling lake, broken oar floating away from crisis like cries of egrets echoing regrets. Green light reflected on rippling lake, erasing all hints of stars or moon, like cries of egrets echoing regrets. Clouds muffle the heavens, erasing all hints of stars or moon. Two shades of darkness melt into one. Clouds muffle the heavens, whole dipping into damp unknown. Two shades of darkness melt into one. Fortune and failure formed forced equivalents, hull dipping into damp unknown, drawn back into the past like that damned boat. And in case you couldn't tell, that was a pantoum. 78 years ago tomorrow, the Allied Army freed Auschwitz, and therefore it is Holocaust Memorial Day around the world. And so I'm going to do a couple quick points dealing with that. The first one is called From the Oven, January 27th, 1945. The last crumbs of bread, a child's face twisted with hunger, age gives way to hope. Charity Wade found worthwhile. In this, a chance emerges. Giving way to death, the elder's hand extending, softly touching lips, sacrifice made with intent in service to the future. Beyond the wire's edge, soldiers in a row approach. Freedom comes too late. Withered bodies still holding, crying hope for humanity. Many years later, the life saved in that moment, feeding a grandchild, sings soft praise to salvation. The world rests on a heartbeat. And that was a Ringa, by the way, and we're going through these. And the last one is a triolet, and this is based on a woman who I was lucky enough to meet who was a survivor, and it's called Pillowcase. Sarah still has a pillowcase, all she has left of her mother, the fiction of a master race. Sarah still has a pillowcase. Humanity's lasting disgrace. What's within will be uncovered. Sarah still has a pillowcase, all she has left of her mother. Okay, thank you all very much.
Woo! Thank you, Michael. That was beautiful. Saving and holding space for all of those touched by the atrocities of the Holocaust. Thank you for bringing that to us so that we can honor those people, their memory properly. Please unmute yourselves and give Michael Sandler some love for that.
Yeah, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Powerful, Michael.
Thank
Very
you. Thank
powerful,
you.
beautiful. Thank you, Mike.
Love your stuff.
We all love your stuff. And please do, heed his recommendation for the Lighthouse folks. Get involved, right? Don't keep your gifts to yourself. You never know who you'll meet, who you'll be inspired by, or who you'll be inspiring. So we always say here, we're not selfish. We want you everywhere. We want your work everywhere. So take advantage. And Michael, please do put that in the chat if you haven't already. All right. Thank you for being here, for sharing and starting us off so strong. We appreciate you. All right, moving on to our next poet of the evening, Deadpan Lizzie. Please unmute yourself and you guys prepare yourself for her as she comes.
Thank you. Beanie blessings to your agent comedian. Thank you, Michael, for the powerful and beautiful opening. Always appreciate your work and your voice, so thank you. You can find me on IG, ES_Strauss, but don't worry about the stuff I do. I'm going to drop the donation link for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. I'm running in their 10K this spring, so if you have it in your budget and in your heart, please consider donating to this very important nonprofit. They do amazing work. So I'm going to read a new epic panku. Shane Maynor, who's the CEO of Grill Poets, had put some prompts out the other day and some words, and I turned it into an epic panku. It's called The Riddles of Life. So I just want to say thank you, Rajan, for the extra time you've allotted me. The concept of forgiveness need never to take more than a lifetime. When betrayed by those you love and trust most in the spinning globe of impending doom, your heart sinks into all four oceans that make the tilt-a-whirl a more ridiculously uncomfortable as the sun on the dial slowly creeps back into the shade so the moon can fuck with our souls. While we attempt to not create nightmares in our subconscious, we are forced to find inner strength in day and out 24/7 while we battle racism and bigotry flying at us like bullets. Even when the revolver cannot shoot no more, the blanks strike harder than the ammo. Loneliness washes over us as we sit in our own blood, unsure of the future we may not get to lead, and out of the body in comfort zones, the to-do list begin to scream like a drill sergeant because you may never get to tell your crush who could be your soulmate, the love of your life, the four-letter word that has always been the scariest vocabulary you don't know how to communicate, what some would say is the easiest word to leap out of your mouth, rolling off the tongue. I guess that depends if you feel it, not just mean it. The joy of falling in love cannot be captured solely in our art. A love poem simply can showcase one part of your emotions. When we feel our sweat trickling down our backs and our socks stinking up our shoes, eyes red from crying because we are horrified to say how we feel and fear most if they do not feel the same way or if they do. Whether their answer is what we want to hear or not, life immediately changes. Our animal instincts take over like a lion on the prowl or eyeing its prey, stomach turning in the gosh darn tilt-a-whirl again, the carnival ride master not giving two shits. That shit may be in fact coming out of me and destroying it for the rest who want to enjoy the nightmares of their subconscious, not a work of art cleaning up what looks like a nasty present from an elephant lost somewhere in the jubilee. Overwhelmed with the crap I'm covered in, perhaps it's time for this ridiculous party to find a tree to sit under, cling to their bark and branches until another idea, a better belief sparks a candle in my exhausted mind, overwhelmed with how I want to pick up my fragile self to continue this journey God needs me to finish. I need to complete. Life is a garden full of flowers, abundance, and dick jokes. There are big dicks, small dicks, reliable dicks, slimy dick, vibrating dick, and people who will always just be dicks, sometimes hard to land or loose like Hadassah hang. It may not be easier to be a pussy pounder, but better for the gag reflex. Art form sensual like a rose, but I guess that is what I find when opening the box Justin Timberlake and Andy Samberg present to me. However, when you open an unkosher gift and find Pippin's magical troop, you run down the road like Forrest Gump, unable to stop because you would rather exhaust yourself down an unknown route rather than make excuses up. But what would continue pounding the pavement be considered an excuse? I'm sorry to say this, but the whiz was wrong. You can never just ease on down the road. You must find our way home and stand outside the house. What the fuck has gone on in this crazy ass night where we cannot wake ourselves up from or turn the key and face the fucking reality waiting for us to evolve and change what color palettes we are given to paint with? So we have so many muses to glide our evocative minds with. It can almost be nerve-wracking. Blue to evaluate the happy we can share here. Red to help read in between the unsolved mysteries. Purple to remind us we can be regal, magnificent. Yellow to mellow and while we pleasure ourselves, others. Green to feed brains, battling the fires, always surrounding. Black and white because we will constantly be conflicting. Pink to remind us love is here to stay. Brown so we remember shit lurks and funky smells. Gray because we cannot solve every single fucking riddle. Thank you. Beanie blessings.
If only we could. If only we could. Please unmute yourselves and give Lizzie some love.
Lizzie!
Ah, Lizzie,
Incredibly
You get-
powerful.
Robust stuff, Lizzie. Robust.
Thank you, fam. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, fam.
Very
Appreciate it.
powerful.
Thank you.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. And I'm glad we got to hear the entirety of it, right? So we always encourage you to try to keep your pieces to 3 minutes, but we know sometimes, the words take us. And I don't know that any of us really feel, disappointed by getting to hear your full piece. So I'm glad for that. Okay. And you are appreciated as well. Okay. Next person up to share their magic is Joski and his dimples. You're going to have to let us know how the anniversary went. You left us on a cliffhanger last week. Just saying. Please unmute yourself.
Hey, I lost my microphone. Coming through?
Coming through.
Okay, good. So this is a piece about Keenan Anderson, a high school teacher who was tased by the LA police and died after that encounter. And I shared this as a poem on Monday night, but it told me that it wants to be a song. So this is called Shocks. Shocks to start a quivering heart on a football field in a stadium of prayers. Out on the street, shocks to stun a teacher's myocardium. Mr. Anderson, life is a classroom, we are the students. Mr. Anderson, tased in LA for wearing your skin. Mr. Anderson flagged the cops, didn't recognize the torture squad. Down on the street, knee on your back, taser shock you like a heart attack. Mr. Anderson, life is a classroom, we are the students. Mr. Anderson, tased in LA for wearing your skin. Mr. Anderson, life is a classroom, we are the students. Mr. Anderson, tased in LA for wearing your, tased in LA for wearing your, tased in LA for wearing your skin.
Man, I'm glad that it talked to you and talked you into making it a song. I thank you for that. Thank you for taking a moment to lift Keenan Anderson's name into the atmosphere. It's a shame that another person had to die the way that he died for the skin he's wrapped in. And we appreciate you for bringing your artistry to remind us, to inform us. Please unmute yourselves and give Joski some love.
Joski, that was so
Very
good.
beautiful.
Hey, Joski, man, you did it again. Another thoughtful song.
Yes, we
Yes,
appreciate
thank
your
you, Joski.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Both versions were great to hear. Thank you for blessing us with this powerful, message, both on Monday and today. Thank you, Joski.
Well, thank you all so much.
Very welcome. And listen, you know, when your poems talk to you, listen, okay? Because they might be trying to be something else or be a, you know, a version 2.0 that you didn't know you had in you. So we're glad that you let it stretch you. We appreciate you. All right, Abraham Kamani has just hit the room. And I'm wondering, are you ready, Abraham? Can we go to you? Is that okay? Let's see. I'm gonna unmute him. See what happens. Unmute
Give,
yourself.
give me
Hey.
like 5 more minutes. Go to
All
the
right.
next person.
Perfect. We'll come back to you after the next one, okay?
All right.
All right, awesome. I'm glad you made it in though, right? So, you know, if you're on the list and the list happens before you do, don't freak out. Just let us know you up in here and we'll get you going, okay? All right, next person up is Adam Granger. Please unmute yourself, Adam.
All right. So this is a poem that I read last week. I'm going to read it again tonight. This poem is called "Thank You, Mother." Dear Mother, thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you've done for me. Thanks to you, I have an intellectual curiosity. This makes for many opportunities to learn new things. Thanks to you, I know how finances work. Now I know how to avoid becoming broke. Thanks to you, I am well fed. I have not to worry about going hungry. And thanks to you, I have a strong sense of judgment. Actually, no thanks for that. Let me rephrase. Thanks to you, I have become the most judgmental asshole anyone's ever met. I guess I figured since you do most things right, then you have a right to complain when others go about different. But even after all you've done for me, for which I am grateful, I cannot let you give me your sense of relatability, or lack thereof. I've been subjected to your sense of judgment, and I took it, ran with it, and I've been slowly losing my friends ever since. But this isn't the way for me. I want out, and I don't listen to your distortion of the world around you anymore. Because I'm tired of hearing your isms. I'm tired of hearing that reverse direction light switches come from Poland. I'm tired of hearing that all mentally ill homeless people come from East 100th Street. I'm tired of hearing that all men are stupid. I'm tired of hearing that all young girls are stupid. I'm tired of you using your own two-way sexist beliefs to justify why you are unpopular in college. I'm tired of hearing that they-them pronouns confuse you because of an arbitrary grammatical construct of the English language. I'm tired of you blaming they-them pronouns on child abuse. I'm tired of hearing movies described as boy humor when you have yet to provide an example of girl humor. I'm tired of hearing that you're allowed to say all this because working 9 hours a day is stressful. I'm tired of hearing that I shouldn't be friends with someone because you decided to hate them. I'm tired of being told I'm supposed to wait until I meet the right group of friends, consisting entirely of people you don't hate. But mostly, I'm tired of driving away all my friends just because I took your advice. I can land a job. I know how money works, and I know when and what to eat. But none of this defines me as a person. What defines me is how I carry myself, what attitude I take, and how I relate to the people, places, and things around me. I know this now. So for that, I do thank you. Thanks to you, I know for certain that when I grow up, I want to be nothing like you. Before we close out, I just want to let you all know that poetry is my side gig, and music is really what I mainly do. On Tuesdays, I play at the Parkside Lounge at the Inspired Word open mic, and I also have my very first official release coming up. It's my debut single, Misinformed, is going to be out on February 3rd, 2023. So that's 2323. My Instagram, which I'll put in the chat, has my pre-save link in it. If you all want to check that out. Thank you.
Congratulations, Adam. That's a beautiful thing. We're so excited and proud of you. Please unmute yourselves and give them some love.
Right on, Adam.
Congratulations, Adam.
Congratulations.
Powerful,
Yeah.
well, you gotta know where you're
Congratulations, man.
going.
Talent rises to the top.
Yeah, that was a powerful statement you made.
Powerful, but it was, I'm glad you let it out. We don't judge you, Adam. And by the way, Ray Jane is going to mention, since your music is coming out February 11, Ray Jane, let everyone know what we have coming up. Thank you, Adam, for blessing us.
No. So on February 11th, our karaoke nights with Paul Conqueso will be back, and actually now it's been rebranded and named Voices and Vibes, right? Because we are incorporating not only the fun of karaoke and singing while drunken with friends, but also anybody who has independent music. So Adam, that's right up your alley. So that's around the same time, man. Look at the timing on that. So we'd love for you to come out, and any of the rest of you who will be in the New York City tri-state area on February 11th. I believe each show usually starts around 7. Am I right about that, Ron?
8 o'clock, 8 to midnight, 4 hours of fun.
That's great. We usually are taking liberties with the time there either way. But 8 to 12 for sure. If you can come out, it's a blast every time. If you're not brave enough to sing, just give it to the end of the night. You'll probably be on the stage drunk singing with somebody, right? Who cares? So come on out and have a great time. Is there a Zoom component? Usually there is a Zoom component to the karaoke, but I don't know that there will be. I think there's issues with the copyrights for some of the songs, so we can't really do that as much as we would love to. Maggots, we would be just bowled over for a chance to hear you rock out, So we're just gonna have to wait until you can come back to New York and do it with us in person. But if you are in person and able, come through, it would be fantastic. You said only if we don't record. So we'll have to think about that. But I know the copyright stuff is really what gets in the way for most of the things. Even here on the show, if you guys bring music that is not original, sometimes we have issues with the Zoom police as well. So just keep that in mind. But either way, we're excited to karaoke with you. And Adam, we're very proud and excited for you too. So please do drop that in the chat so that we can support you. Okay. All right. Next person up. We're so glad that you made it into the room. Ain't seen your face in a while. I know life has been doop, right? Like Lizzie said, tilt-a-whirl. Okay. Sometimes the world is a whole tilt-a-whirl. But we are glad to see you, Abraham Kamani. Please unmute yourself. Do your thing.
Oh, hey, it's good to be here again. I know it's been since August. I want to say, yeah, it's been several months. Yeah, so my divorce is now finalized, so now I can move on. It was finalized 2 weeks ago. I just found out about it last week, though. So, all right, so I'll share 2 of the poems I've written during Kwanzaa. And each of the poems I've written represent a specific principle in Kwanzaa. So this first one is called Championship Team. There is no I in we when joining a championship team, working hard for victory, living out a lifelong dream. Each player has a special gift to contribute on the court, a shared responsibility to uplift each other in this sport. Some are great at giving assists. Some are great as active shooters. Although some goals will be missed, the team never labeled themselves losers. Great players will truly understand it is the rebounds that matter more when the ball is back in their hand for another opportunity to score. Let's not forget about the importance of those who excel at blocking shots attempted by their most bitter opponents, whose offense fails to defensive stops. Acknowledge those who are not thieves, but have an abundance of balls to steal. A skill that is not mastered with ease should be included in the highlight reel. With all these special gifts combined, we must recognize each player by name, for building a championship team so refined, always being at the top of their game. That's the first one. And this one is called From Bottom to Top. What good is the point of having milk and honey if the wealthy do not anoint the impoverished in this country? Why should we have to compete against each other for currency when there is enough for us to eat if we come together earnestly, invest in each other's visions? We can reap the fruits of success from our hard work and ambitions, refusing to settle for anything less instead of keeping riches to oneself, looking down on those who have not. Roll down the sleeves and help bring people up from bottom to top. There is nothing at all wrong with giving someone a piece of fish, but they can really become strong when taught how to make their own dish. Information is key to prosperity, so it will not be right to withhold knowledge that should be spread steadily. If applied wisely, it will turn into gold. And those are the pieces.
Woo, we missed you, Abraham. Congratulations. If that's what you feel in your spirit, right, for this transition. I know those things are not easy, but we are glad to see you, and you're always welcome here. Don't matter how long it's been since you've been gone. So just so you know that if you ever forgot that, okay, this is your home. Please unmute yourselves and give Abraham some love. Welcome.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yes, Abraham.
Woo!
Wishing you the
Thank
best
you
on
guys
this
very
move,
much,
man.
man.
No,
That
it's
was-
hard, but
Yes, that was great. Thank you, Abraham. Wonderful.
Absolutely. We appreciate you for being here. Thank you for reminding us teamwork makes the dream work, right? All around. We appreciate you. All right. Next person that's part of our team, big time, always bringing us all that gusto because he just can't help himself. Gusto, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Hey, Ray Jane. Hey, beloved poets. I have a quote, a poem, and for the first time, I am going to sing a cover a cappella. So I'm pretty excited about it. Let's go. We have art that we shall not die of reality. Friedrich Nietzsche. This is my poem, Thursday's Rap. Oh my God, is it Thursday already? I gotta write new shit, man. I gotta get ready. Therapy Thursdays is where it's at. Spit on the mic and get down in the chat. Come with us and learn some truth. We're what's up. We're the youth. We write poems to make you feel, change your mind about what's real, get in your brain and dance around, listen up, be one with the sound. And this, my friends, is The Gin-Soaked Boy by Neil Hannon of the Divine Comedy. I'm the darkness in the light. I'm the leftness in the right. I'm the rightness in the wrong. I'm the shortness in the long. I'm the goodness in the bad. I'm the saneness in the mad. I'm the sadness in the joy. I'm the gin in the gin-soaked boy, the gin-soaked boy. I'm the ghost in the machine. I'm the genius in the gene. I'm the beauty in the beast. I'm the sunset in the east. I'm the ruby in the dust. I'm the trust in the mistrust. I'm the Trojan horse in Troy. I'm the gin in the gin-soaked boy, the gin-soaked boy. I'm the tiger's empty cage. I'm the mystery's final page. I'm the stranger's lonely glance. I'm the hero's only chance. I'm the undiscovered land. I'm the single grain of sand. I'm the Christmas morning toy. I'm the gin in the gin-soaked boy. I'm the world you'll never see. I'm the slave you'll never free. I'm the truth you'll never know. I'm the place you'll never go. I'm the sound you'll never hear. I'm the course you'll never steer. I'm the will you'll not destroy. I'm the gin in the gin-soaked boy, yeah, the gin-soaked boy. I'm the half-truth in the lie. I'm the why not in the why. I'm the last roll of the die. I'm the old school in the tie. I'm the spirit in the sky. I'm the catcher in the rye. I'm the twinkle in her eye. I'm Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. Well, who am I? Thank you.
Yeah. Come on. You've been holding back all this time. You could have been serenading us weeks ago, man. Please unmute yourselves and give Gustum some love. Great job, brother.
Jeff
Awesome.
Goldblum in the
Great
Fly.
acapella.
That was special.
Yes,
You,
that was
you,
good,
you
man.
really you got to
That
sing.
was great, though, man. That was really great.
You gotta sing more often. You
That's
really
right.
do. You gotta, because like clearly we were all missing out on that this whole time.
When he sang David Bowie at karaoke, he was amazing. He's the
like that.
Magos, Gustav Sellers. You got a catchy song. I love it.
Yeah, we love it. Thank you, Gustav. Thank you for stretching, right? For doing something different, for not being afraid. Or maybe you were afraid. Thank you for showing up and doing it anyway, right? That's what it takes. We love that. So we'll be expecting some more songs, okay? All right, good. Good talk. Okay. Awesome job, man. Put your information in the chat. Make sure the folks can find you. You already did that. Duh. All right. Make sure you guys check the chat and connect with each other. You know, we ain't had no good collabs in a while. You know, I'm just going to throw that out there. You know, get together, make some things happen. So much talent in the room to take advantage of and build off of, right? Let's do it. Next person up, speaking of talent, someone who might be poetrying us, who might be singing to us, you never quite know. Oh, look, it's a guitar. It's probably going to be a song. All right, Mr. Tezazomo, please unmute yourselves and let us know what's up.
Hey there, Ray Jane.
Hey.
Folks can follow me on Instagram under Gashes 2019. Hopefully on Monday I'll have the first review of my book by a pro, so I'll share that on Monday's mic. But tonight, let's give you some music so you don't have to think about that. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not my best. I've been gone from home. I've been drunk since I left. Their so-called vacation will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink, I need home for a rest. We arrived in December and London was cold. She stayed in the bars along nothing but brass taps and oak. That's a good rhyme, by the way, there. Kept the shine on the bar with the sleeves off our coat. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. Take me home. Euston Station, the train journey north. In the buffet car we lurch back and forth. Past crooked dikes through Yorkshire's green fields. We flung into dance as the train jigged and reeled. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. Take me home. By the light of the moon, she drifts through the street. A rare perfume, so seductive and sweet. She teases and flirts as the pubs all close down, and then walk us on home and deny us around. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest. Take me home. The gas heater's empty. It's damp as a tomb. The spirits that we drank are now ghosts in the room. I'm knickered again. Come on, sleep, take me soon. And don't lift up my head till the 12 bells of noon. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a week. I'm drunk since I left.
Beautiful, beautiful work. Thank you for singing to us. Please unmute yourselves and give Mr. Tezazomo some love.
This is so
Yes,
much.
yes, beautiful.
No rest for the weary.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Instead of I need home, we need Mr. Tess at least once a week. I need Mr. Tess. That was beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Make sure you buy his book. Make sure you look out for this review that's coming down. Okay, a lot of folks in the room are creating beautiful things. You see, Lizzie put in the chat a deck of books. That's why we call her books. She got a bunch of books, right? So we are not at a shortage of things to read and people to support. So please, as folks are putting their information in the chat, take it down. Don't just follow. See what they've created. You know, buy it, lift them, use it as something to inspire yourself. There's no reason why you can't write a book too. So many people up in here have. All right. I just want to take a second and shout out some of the folks that are in the room who are not on the list, who are just here to support and to add to the good energy in the room. So Mark Coley, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Rich Glennon and our new yo baby boo. We thank you for bringing them so we can spend some time in our own way. Shaki G, we see you here with us. Nora is new. Aliyah, I just want to remind you all that the good luck round list is open. So if you are not on the guaranteed list, if you know you didn't sign up, if that glitch got you and you got that glitch got you like, no, I don't know, maybe it's not my time. Don't listen to that. Just let me know if you want to get put on. As you can see, it's a safe space, right? Everybody who has went has not caught fire, and there's been no eggs or tomatoes thrown, just love, right? So if you want some, you need some, please take your ladle and dip it in and get some, right? Because nobody else is really offering it. At least not in my life. I know I come here for the love. So if you're here for the same reason, don't be shy about asking for what you need. Cool? Next person up to give us what we need, all right, is Ike Waltz. So I know it's about to be story time. Y'all buckle in, because I'm going to buckle in. I'm excited. Please unmute yourself, Ike, and welcome back.
Hi, Ray Jane. Hi, all. I read this piece a few times before. That's why I modified it. Prologue. It's almost a year ago when I first joined the Nuyorican Poets. Let me repeat the poem I had read on this infamous evening, then posted by La Prua. Son of a gun, or when the second shoots the first into the foot. I admit I came to America to make money, build a house, sit in it, open the window and look at the sea, birds and bees. Yes, I let my cat respond to the knock on the door. Knock, knock, who is there? And my cat says, meow. Only to realize the profound American love for legalized corruption, often mistaken for freedom, is so patriotically proclaimed. And then I was lucky to listen to Mahalia Jackson singing the traditional American spiritual. He's got the whole world in his hands. Not only being captivated by the simplicity of its magic words, or being fascinated by her innate musicality, but being deeply touched by the genuine tears escaping her eyes. With tears in my eyes, once I became an American. So let me repeat. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got my brothers and my sisters in his hands. He's got all mothers and fathers in his hands. And then He's got a gun in his hand. He's got a mean gun in his hand. He's got a gun in his hand. He's had a bad, bad day and teach the world. He shot a brother in the head. He shot his big brother in the head. He shot a sister in the back. He shot his sweet little sister in the back. He shot a mother in her bed. He shot them all in cold blood death. He's got an angry gun on his mind. He's got an angry gun in his ears. He's got an angry gun up his nose. He's got an angry gun in his mouth. He's got a target in his mean eyes. He's got a target in his cold sight. And then, let's not forget, the mean gunner, a misguided MAGA son, the mean gunner, a disgruntled man. Any mean gunner has access to any, whatever gun, misguided by legalized corruption and by whatever motive under the sun. Misguided by an outdated Second Amendment only constitutional lawyers comprehend. Misguided by a perverse interpretation of freedom. Misguided by misguided shareholders. As long as killing machines turn a profit, we don't care. Misguided by a misguided system that promotes the right to kill my world. Yes. Now he's got a gun in his hand. He's had a mean gun till his end. And then he's had the whole world in one hand, the same hand that pulled that trigger till his end, the same hand that dropped that blooded gun. What an end. And all the silver bullets in his defense do not help, do not understand. He's got no flowers on his grave. He's got no tears that forgave. And all that automatic gun did not make him that exceptional, free American man. Yes, he's had a violent gun, one of the best, and I have a painful knot in my chest. And then he's had the whole world in his hands. He's had my whole world in his hands. Yes, guns don't kill, they say. I get it, but Americans armed with guns do kill. Now that I watch frustrated TV and see the tears of my neighbors, I wished I could make a difference every day. Let's face it, an assault gun will never be brave. Hate and revenge, forever human, cannot be exacerbated by technology, however ingenious, however empowering, spreading only deadly pain. Epilogue. It is another sad week in the USA. But who's counting? In this past year, we experienced approximately 600 mass shootings alone. The statistics show that most of these weapons of war were purchased, yes, legally. And we still believe that we are the land of the free, 120 guns per 100 residents. The land of the brave, approximately 20,000 gun-related deaths per year. What the hell are the free and the brave defending? Just remember, if you give kids a toy, they are most likely to play with it. The analogy is that simple. Give humans a gun and they will kill. Remember what happened in Australia. In the 18 years before the rigorous 1996 gun law reform, there were 13 mass shootings. And not one single mass shooting afterwards, since all non-hunting guns were confiscated. Think again when we tell us that we're supposed to be the exceptional, brave, and free nation. But for whatever reason, we remain stubbornly out of date, out of touch. Cowardice, I dare to say. Only when counting the dead, our statistics become more sophisticated. It takes at least 4 killings per shooting to be officially qualified as mass shooting. Otherwise, the shooting is not even newsworthy. This is what they say. It is time to stop hunting rabbits and neighbors with an assault-style AR-15 gun. Bang, bang. Amen.
Wow, that was powerful. First off, I want to say Happy New Yearversary to you. And we're so blessed to have you. You haven't stopped wowing us yet. Please unmute yourselves and give Ike some love.
No,
Ike, that was
Okay, Ike, right on the money again, man. Very persuasive.
Amazing piece.
There wasn't a single sentence in that was not true.
Absolutely. I don't know about y'all, but I know I'm going to have to go back and listen to that again. Because as you mentioned, every single line was the truth, pivotal, necessary. We thank you, Ike, for being here and being unafraid to tell the truth. Right? All right. Moving on to our next truth teller for the evening. And I believe the next person up is Daniel Fernandez. And I see him in the room and I'm really excited because I have the proper IG for him now. So, when I'm over here stalking y'all during y'all performances, oh, y'all didn't know? Yes, I stalk y'all during y'all performances. And I just take a little clip just so the world can see just a little bit of your magic. And also so people can be encouraged and see how many different voices can fill one space, right? So they know their voice is a little bit more welcome. Daniel, I'm not going to eat into your time any more than I have. I do like your hair, though. I am going to say that. Okay, it's looking good. Please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Thank you. It's glad to be back. First of all, I wanted to say to stay safe out there because of all the crazy stuff that's been happening lately. It's, for some reason, early in the year, it's already happening. It's quite sad. For today, I actually have a story. Usually, I've been writing like a maniac, so I'm trying to get some old stuff. So I have an old story that's called I Don't Want To, which is a story of a writer who is struggling to get recognized within poverty. So here it goes. I don't want to. Times are tough. I won't deny it. We all have our struggles and most will hide it. Can't breathe anymore, just keeping quiet. No need to anyways, like a lawyer's client. Money is problematic. It always has been. Hard to get your hands on, even if you're asking. I try to be good. I was raised right. Learn what I had to in order to be polite. Stretch patience and bow ahead. Work for what you need, otherwise you're dead. Hobby set aside, working too much. Killing a passion eliminates the love. I don't want to, but I am desperate. Need income ASAP, if not there'll be conflict. Being broke just amplifies your thoughts. Plan actions that leave you lost. Counting change, whatever's left. Strict with the essentials, although life doesn't let. Economy goes to shit, a recession hits. The price of gas doubles and everyone goes electric. Demand a raise and threaten to quit. Legit have no backup, so you rephrase it. Payday arrives, then there is a sudden change. Numbers fill pride, but limits its range. Bills, rent, insurance, and food. Dinner for the wife and gas for the commute. Back to square one, looking for a second job. Try being an Uber and of course gets robbed. Tried it for a while and it lifted me above water. It gave me breathing room until I had a daughter, squeezing me like a sponge and drain what's left. No emergency funds, an emotion that goes beyond upset. A low budget kills a bond. Me and the mother start to drift off. The months fly by and I stand still. Do what I possibly can without the guilt. Started to neglect myself. My daughter became a priority. I was addicted to drugs, but I let go of that side of me. A demon I pray I won't dare to revisit. The hole it left in a piece of heaven, I was mistaken. Things were past due. My credit tanked like Vasa, yet I wanted to keep going like a Honda. My ambition was strong, but it didn't prove anything. Worked my ass off just to have my time shrink. I don't want to, but yeah, I'll admit it's depressing. Been at my lowest, no one helping. I've asked around, but my family can't. Close to eviction, it breaks a man. Started to write, to rebuild that love. Pen and paper like years before the grudge. Daughter sleeping near the radiator. Blanket of a hug I wish to give forever. Noticed the contest and thought, why not? It's free regardless, let that ink drop. So I rain my tears with lead. I don't want to, but at this point, no regrets. Time took a vacation, a zone I was in. Never ending bliss, just venting from within. No sound, no music, but the feeling was great. A psychedelic emotion, a trip, I'd say, with my daughter as we battle on through. A poem for her to know the truth. Although I don't want to, a pain in a book that's cued, possibly public for the naked eye. To those with a conscience and a creative mind, understand my effort, not my actions. I have done things I've regretted with the correct intentions. I love you no matter what, carve it in stone. Although your mother left, her heart was shown. I wasn't the best partner, but at least I stayed. I never cheated, but the drugs were a mistake. Numbed reality, addicted to nothing. A space with no worries, have that understanding. No money, but I did buy the things you need. For my daughter and her angel wings. You indeed got me out of it. Realize that a change is pre-exquisite. So thank you for everything deeply. I might be gone before you understand these words completely. Love doesn't die, it splits. So keep your half like a gift. Share it responsibly, I insist. Your heart is pure, you'll be fine, I'm convinced. Hit submit to make it legit. Wait for a call as I coexist. I hug my life before I'm missed. A kiss to the head, things will come around, I promise. Time flew past and life proceeds. Daughter growing faster than my age beautifully. It's been over a year since I placed the book out for review. Lost that contest to a different point of view. They use seasons as a metaphor into suicide, I get it. Been there before, but not down to reminisce. Ink and paper once again. A contest for publication worth throwing energy in. Lost myself at times. Writer's block is no joke. Didn't stop me, I ran my own course. Another book about how life has been. Sympathize pain only words can represent. I was hopping jobs like fleas on dogs. A history with no explanation becomes squeamish to a boss. Never did a substance at work, but got kicked off. Every management has its own excuse, but I need a damn job. I starve some nights for my daughter's full stomach. She offers to give a portion and I insist. Daddy's getting slim, but I ate at work, honey. We will get out of here someday, just gotta believe. Go on, food is warm, you should eat. One day we'll buy a house with patience and a dream. Contest after contest comes with constant rejections. Open eyes can visualize, but pain you will never see. Bring me a pen and paper, then the words will grab attention. Me being dumb, putting in effort, assuming the rest is guaranteed. A soul fetching for a purpose is drawn to an obsession. I decided to write my heart down and it became a need. 6 months fell on its face. My situation haven't changed. I ended up getting a call out of the blue. I answered and listened with a different mood. I had won, and my book will be seen. Despite the news, I was in disbelief, shocked but happy at the same time. We arranged our meeting, and boom, the book's out in a couple months' time. 5 years passed, and I'm chilling at my porch, drinking a bit of coffee, and with my daughter, of course. Wow, I didn't think this would happen so soon, especially coming up from a drug abuse. Suicide had its taste, but I survived that. Like before, I'm not gonna feed off vibes I no longer have. The book became a hit. I ended up releasing 3. People fell in love and I became happy, comfortable for once with no worries. My story was told and the grass became green. My daughter with a smile I never saw. Her toys and personal playground is no longer small. She turns her head and asks me what took so long. I sat there rocking my chair as silence on my lawn. Thought about it so the wrong thing isn't said. Kissed her forehead and hope she forgets. Later that day, she is in her room with a bed full of sheets and a stuffed animal that's expandable, a nightlight for once instead of a street lamp and a broken curtain that's intangible. I tucked her in. Sleep well. Love you. We'll have some pancakes in the morning before school. Love will either stop or motivate you, and ways to craft out a life so huge, living in fear that later became obtuse, which all started with something I didn't want to do. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful piece. So many bars. Please unmute yourselves and give Daniel some love.
Yeah, Daniel, so many
That
great.
was good.
Wow,
The mic is
Daniel.
on fire. The mic
And
is on
magnum
fire.
opus. Very good, man.
That mic is on fire.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful piece.
How do you do this without taking a breath? You know, I mean, this is, you have to teach us, you know, that is amazing, Daniel.
Right? Who needs to breathe, right? I mean, when you're a dragon. Your breath is fire. So I mean, you don't need all that extra air. Okay, not when you just came to incinerate shit. That's okay. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing your words, for telling us a story, for bringing me and the rest of the folks here into your life and experience as only you could. Please put your information in the chat with the right IG so all the folks can follow you appropriately. Thank you, Ron, also for dropping into the chat some of our upcoming events for the new year. So I'm going to give some voice to that for those of you who are not privy to the chat here in our Zoom room. So this upcoming Sunday, that is the 29th of January at 9 p.m. If you don't know how to move those hips, okay, and you would like, well, actually, it's the Wednesday. Oh, there we go. There you go. Thank you, Ron. We're getting fancy in here. This is very nice. This is very nice. Okay, we have our salsa jam. Okay, like in Viejo San Juan. Okay, so please come out, shake something. All right, if you don't know how to shake something, come learn how to shake something. We'll teach you. Come party. It is good. Good night to you, Shaki. Thank you for being here with us. All right, and if jamming and slamming and salsa is not really your thing, and you happen to be someone who has something to say about the women, right? Or you are a woman looking for a safe space, if that's how you identify as well, please come through next Wednesday, first Wednesday of every month, in fact, for our Women Orators Wednesday. This next one is hosted by La Bruja herself, the executive director, boss lady at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe itself, 9 p.m., $15 to get in, but it's worth every single penny, okay? What else you got for me? And boom, here we, ooh, look at that. We have a guest healer and oracle reader. I don't know about y'all, but I don't really know what's happening from day to day. Sometimes I need somebody to read my tea leaves and let me know how the hell I'm supposed to work this life out. If you feel that way, please do come to WOW. That's our Wednesday, our Women's Orator Wednesday. If you would like to get your reading as well, Rebecca will be there doing her thing. We hope that you come out. There's so many events going on at the New Yo. The doors are open. So please, if you've never been within the bricks, come through. It's about to change in big ways very soon this year. So please do take an advantage of being able to see it in its most natural form. All right, in the meantime, in between time, we're going to jump back into this. Let's get back into the singing, the guitaring, whatever y'all got. Everything you bring in this evening has been top notch. And I am so blessed to be amongst you. Next person up, we are jumping across the United States to the west side, to the west coast, to our brother Bill Elkins, who I know he's got his guitar ready. We got the beanie on. We are serious. Please unmute yourself, Bill, and let us know what you got to bring tonight.
Hi, Ray Jane. Anyway, but a lot of things going on here in the West Coast, in Southern California and Half Moon Bay, with the mass murders of some Chinese people in Monterey Park. My significant other's Chinese, so this is something that she used to live in Monterey Park once upon a time. Just unbelievable. The world's gone mad, and people say we're the leaders in the free world. I think that's a big myth. We have to earn that. We've rested on our laurels from the Second World War. We've been going downhill ever since, especially with Vietnam. Anyway, I'd like to do an original. It's called Time Will Tell. This is another issue we have here. I'm sure it's just as bad, if not worse, than the East Coast, but homelessness, and it's just unbelievable what's happening here. The tent cities all over the place. It's just crazy. Anyway, this song's entitled Time Will Tell. Hope you like it. We learn more about life with each rotation around the sun. Our lives should get better with each and every passing day. Why do we not hold each other and celebrate our existence on this earth? Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Our homeless struggle on the streets, seeking shelter from the storm, while many of us say addiction and mental illness is the norm. What will it take to learn that united we stand and divided we fall? Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. Time will tell, my friends, time will tell. A young girl with baby begs for food, and we look the other way. Old man cries for help, we hear but we walk away. We become narcissistic rogues, oblivious to those in need. We no longer see the forest for the trees and seem to have no empathy. Life is what you make it, I hear many among us say. Such a simple-minded platitude. Actions, not words, may save the day. Politics and religion divide us. Can't we all somehow do better? Time will tell, my friends. Time will tell. Time will tell, my friends. Time will tell. People now live in landfills as the world drowns in its own trash. Homeless fits its traffic lights beg for help. As we pray, the light turns fast. We become narcissistic rogues, my friends, oblivious to those in need. We no longer see the forest for the trees. We seem to have no empathy. Yeah, we seem to have no empathy. We seem to have no empathy. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Bill. It's the truth. The time will always tell the truth. Right?
Yeah.
All right, please unmute yourselves and give Bill some love.
Thank you.
Really nice. That was a nice song, man. Nice song.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Wonderful work. Thank you for being here. Please disregard if you got a message in the chat saying, "Are you ready?" I'd love to know if you're ready in general about everything, but you know that was actually for Ed. So Ed Flametastic is up next. Hope he is in the room with us. Please mute yourself. Ed, there you are. I love it. Welcome back, Ed. Go ahead.
Thank you, sweet Ray Jane. And thank you for blowing our gray skies away. All right. Everyone did such a spectacular job. All right. This is Spicy Piece Say Least to go inside your wonderful being crease. This is called The Burning Abyss. In the darkness, our tongues dance with eyes open wide. The moonlight spread across our naked canvas. The outside subsides while we ride the raging tides, or tangle inside the scorching abyss. In the darkness, your tender lips quickly allure to mine. My passion suddenly awakens. I taste the ginger engulfing my mind. The dancing embers transcend without end. In the darkness, the quiet heartbeats loudly sing inside our chest. Our dull pain suddenly dies. There was no time to sleep or rest. The fireworks were inside our hides. In the darkness, your soft, womanly hands pull and caressed, our bodies aching from the touch, our longing to fuse chest to chest, our burning bodies were open for the breathtaking rush. In the darkness, you slowly lower your soft, moist heat. My towering shaft hardens with power. You impel it by making me your seat, the increased stimulation of our scorching shower. In the darkness, our moans passionately escape into the air. You grind your curvy hips in tight motion, the wet affair leaving our bodies bare. Our sweat and lice become our lotions. In the darkness, your roomy fibers are sucking me into moist canals. The ecstasy overwhelmed our senses. Our flesh glows more than candles. Our moans quickly dispenses. In the darkness, my manly hands hold on to your hips. That wild passion fueled our loins. I kept sucking your nips. Our bodies shine like polished coins. In the darkness, the lights linger in the darkness. Faster and harder wasn't enough. The gyrating state of bliss. The rough pace is full of sensational stuff. In the darkness, the electrifying orgasmic rage into our collision. The moist walls collapse around my hardness. The sexual rendition of our hidden competition. The big shivers were sealed by a melting kiss. In the darkness, our minds return to the unknown land of pleasure. The ecstasy of reaching our peak. Our veins are full of boiling pressure. Our bodies remain still and weak. In the darkness, we rest inside our love nest. The sheets covered our naked bodies. The morning sun covers our flesh. We had luminous zest that we sleepily detest. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing us some darkness for the evening. Thank you, Ed. Please
Anytime,
unmute
darling.
Please unmute yourselves and give Ed some love.
That was darktastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
You're still got it going.
Still got it going on. That's right.
On,
Dark
going
and spicy.
strong.
That's it. That's it. That's the only way we like it. Okay, dark and spicy. Thank you. Thank you. Next person up to bless the mic is Messiah Payne and his hat. Okay, please unmute yourself, Messiah. Glad to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, Ray Jane. So I'm gonna get right to it. I'm gonna read two poems, and the first is called "When Do I Begin as She Ends." Might I speak with abiding fortune about an importune loss of my love's dissolute fetter upon an arch loneliness and aspirant togetherness torn apart, where seems my being will truly begin. You will say, how foolish of you, knowing well her inscrutable disequilibrium, that you thought she was as impenetrable with you as love's eternal promise. And I will say, you are right, if only I had a heart that could claim the rarefied air of her capricious claims to being. If I'm being honest, I was fully present as she degraded and flew from me, a nymph succumbing to the numbing promise of yet another freedom in a place of solitude I could not dare reach. I have always been beholden to the scorn of love's harrowing character, and I admit have always been warned that in my desperate thirst for myself, love would but a dissipating dream become. And here I am again, a fool, gaining by abstract desire to survive the ills of love's obtuse providence. For I see that in her departure, a keening deprivation separates voiding night from the new day's welcoming silence. It is an invitation to reflect, to touch again this inner life which I share with no one, with misfortune, not even her. She has left me wounded in a womb of yearnings, left a perforation in my dreams that startles me with the promise of love from a source I can only have faith in. For in that wound lies the entry point to a world without, a birth onto a shore from a dirge of sea where the depths are perilous. And I have braved those depths. And now I see life not on my feet, but on my knees, staring infinitely into an abysmal creation where I can only hope that myself awaits with some distinction as I fall in, and where I might be found again, a little clearer, resonant still for love. And here is the second one. It's called Love Beyond Time. How were we to define our love now that the coil of mortal vantages, as we've understood them, has passed into oblivion? Pristine sensations of seated beauty, resplendent with the clarity of newborn suns, pass through our univocal language as we speak in the volume of liberation. Our meeting consciousnesses breaking apart the cycle of transmigration. Our minds, a meditative gentility of each other's form is blessing, where to know affection is heaven through us has procured it. It's to know the dawn rise on eternity as we have created it through our recondite shattering souls, bonded since space-time began and bonded still through to its morphosis. How are we to define love now? Might I tell you that passion, even as it's favored by the gods, is a mere illusion of what I feel for you? Or perhaps that the saccharine scent of love itself is as rapturously suggestive of your merest ascent, as you are energetically the absolute transformation of all love, where the soul goes beyond itself, where life's coarsest urges are refined to ultimate equanimity. Looking at you here in this timeless repose, I know that love will not be shaped by finite definition, but by the blossom of all universes in your smile, the birth of God anew in your eyes, your radiance in the light of countless stars, a wordless connection, where stimulated, the world will come together and undone again and again, a cast of innumerable aeons, read by unfathomable love, and the desire toward love felt not in concept, but in cleansing intuition. You are a galaxy formed in the eye of the Creator. In my eye, you are in a moment an embodiment of surrender, the admiration of the Creator for his creation. And through the passage of time, your love will be the key to my transformative humanity, of my destiny, now divine. I see in you transmutations of love's integral humanity, an energy measured by our evolved sapience. What wisdom was and truth invoked appears now a born beneficence of our ultimate morphology, in the rested esoteric of primordial life, marked by the dust and ashes of time's bold cessation, of love's new and indefinable passage through us. Thank you.
Ooh-wee. You know, sometimes Messiah, you be writing and then you say all these beautiful words, and I'm like, what is going on in Messiah's love life? I mean, I just want to know. I just want to know. Please unmute yourselves and give Messiah some love for those beautiful words.
Oh, yeah.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
That's
man.
now developed.
Woo!
Yeah.
You swim deep, brother.
Okay,
Words.
tell him again, Joski. 10 feet. Okay. And the part of the pool that don't touch the toes. Okay. Just so you know. All right. Thank you for being here, returning to us as always. I think we still have a little space on the good luck round. So if there's anybody who's got a burning desire to jump on, you didn't have a chance to share, just hit me up in the Zoom DMs. I think we have space for at least one or two of you folks. All right. In the meantime, in between time, Jasmine Gonzalez, I'm glad your video is working so we get to see you. All right, please unmute yourself and welcome back.
Hello, can y'all hear me? Wanna make sure? Good. All right, I got two pieces for you. Anxiety is a screwed up musical ensemble. My sense of control is the conductor. My melodic folk chorus of I'm fine accompanied with a warning smile to stop your worried questions. Every 5 minutes, I touch each finger to my thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Following familiar rhythm, I must not stop the pace. I notice the sound of my breathing, making me cower from human contact. My heartbeat must sound out of tune. My mind races in conversations. There's a cacophony of secret warnings under every phrase I utter. I speak must sound off pitch. Uncertainty crosses your face. Damn it. Let's flash that fake ass smile again. Do I convince you enough? My jaw too tightly clenched. My foot tapping too loud. Am I sweating too much? Hear my heart beat too fast. Then the time comes. My eternal questions fade. My fists open, revealing the blood-red creases in my palms. And I released a long sigh. Letting the music slow, shattering my illusion of control. And the fog hits into my brain. Sounds relaxing, right? Oh, my dear sweet friend. What little you understand. Let me introduce you to anxiety's sister, depression. That's the first piece. This next one is it's like an ode to East Village, so to speak. I've been in a glass box of my own making. East Village is where it shattered. At Parkside Lounge, I found my wings, released the fear from my feathers, freed the shackles of shame, revealing the colors, the hues of my past, jet blacks from my darkness, reds from my scratches, purple from my bruises, and golds from my triumphs. I punched my way through that ceiling. Glass shards fell to the ground with a thunderous roar. My wings spanned the entirety of Alphabet City. Throwing my freedom to the wind, I grew to stop fearing the unknown. My ambition propelled my flight. Limitations no longer an option. Confidence pulled me to land at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. That physical piece of my history that sits proudly on East 3rd Street. I feel the kindred spirits, the Puerto Ricans past and present. I laugh with Miguel Algarin, analyze Pierre obituary with Pedro Pietri, write my autobiography, Sandra Maria Estevez, discuss future of New Rico with La Bruja. I celebrate how we made it with Madame Velasquez. I fly over this concrete paradise, and my heart is overflowing, bursting at the seams. Truly cannot believe that I found the essence of me. Finally, I rest on 11th Street. The Venero sign is my beacon. I reached my place of peace. Of course, it may be tiny, but there I feel truly free. Fear of life has vanished. I'm basking in my creativity. My independent soul now thrives. Literally took a village to make this woman come alive. Thank you.
Damn right. And aren't we glad to be your village with your talented self? Please unmute yourselves and give Jasmine some love.
Here's Jasmine.
Where's Jasmine? Ooh, way to go.
Thank you.
That was good.
That was amazing. The cafe is happy to have Jasmine. She's doing so many great things in the back end, working on so many things. Jasmine, oh, that poem was amazing. I'm so glad you got over. Yes.
Thank you.
Both of them were wonderful.
Mhm.
Please return to us at your earliest convenience. And that usually is the next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We usually try not to hold it against anybody for having real life take you away from us for a bit. We just want you to be reminded that you are always welcome here whenever you return. Cool? All right. Next person up is Julian Matthews. So I know I'm about to be in my feelings because Julian always takes me there. Okay. Please unmute yourself, Julian. Thank you for being here.
Hi. This is called Bridge Magnets. I haven't even been to some of the places, Bali, Cancun, New Orleans. She has for work, not vacations. They were souvenirs, summer gifts from friends. I look at them with fresh eyes, how they are always there, holding things up, calling cards of the grumpy gas man, the kind family doctor, the cringy dentist, the reliable plumber, even though all these numbers are now on my phone. Then there are the cute ones for the kids, the smiling snail, the colorful parrot, the unicorn, the tortoises, the boomerang, the magnetic A to Z set, which we and the kids used to rearrange to learn words, is missing. So many letters now gone, leaving only 5 that spell W-I-L-T-Y, Wilty. 2 blue ones are of Eeyore, the ever gloomy donkey from Winnie the Pooh, sardonic, cynical, the opposite to ever bouncy, happy Tigger. One holds up a handwritten recipe. 1 egg, 70 grams sugar, 250 grams yogurt, 150 milliliters milk, 1 teaspoon lemon zest, etc., which she has forgotten what it's for. A couple of them hold up the now very faded baby photos of our 2 children, one smiling widely, the other with mischievous eyes, tongue lolling out. 2 have Bible verses that I can never remember. A third is a commitment of hers to pray a Hail Mary every day for vocation. Another is from my daughter's alma mater, Loria, with the tagline, Inspiring Lives. One just says, enjoy today. Sometimes feeling peckish, I'd reach in for a Tim Tam or a scoop or 3 of ice cream as they monitored my habits, my compromises, my cheat days, my late night visits. Rarely I'd linger outside, dwell on the photos, reminisce a happy memory or recall one of warm tears. How time passed, how they grew so fast. Today's pause before the swish of cold draft, before reaching for tempting treasures inside. Before the light that always came on past the door, I noticed the fridge magnets, how they persist, how opposites attract, how they stick around, how they hold things together, how they hold on, how she always holds on. End poem. Thank you.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you for being here. That was beautiful. Please unmute yourselves and give Julian some love.
Oh,
Woo!
Nicely done, Julian.
yes,
Very well done.
Julian.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes.
Just reminding us all to stay in the present, right? Be mindful of your memories, but also be present as your memories are being made, right? Absolutely. Thank you, Julian. I told you he's always, taking us there so we can examine ourselves from the inside out. That's the right way. All right, we have made it to the good luck rounds, and we only got one person on the good luck round. But if anybody knows who this person is, then you know it's probably about 7 people in one person, just the amount of stuff that he does. So we are always excited and blessed to have Baba and Goma, OG, and the community of creatives with us, blessing the mic. Today is no different. Please unmute yourself, Baba. We are excited to hear whatever you got to share.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Now I got more stuff to be writing. I'm trying to figure out whether Memphis is going up in flames. It's gonna be interesting. But anyway, for Brother Tyree, this poem is called. This is a poem from my book. I didn't come here to tap dance. It's called Uncomfortable Conversations. Many times, Black folk go out of their way not to make white folk feel uncomfortable. But we've been uncomfortable ever since we were brought here in chains. When driving while Black, every time we hear a police siren, we live in fear, living in a police state. But you say, it can't happen here in these yet-to-be United States that you claim is post-racial. But these cops act like having brown skin is illegal, living in a reality show where there is no sequel. When we go into a department store, you follow us like thieves, but we're the ones that were stolen, along with whole countries, along with our history that's outlawed and aborted, our story distorted, or saw or set in Heru, replaced by blue-eyed Jesus, then led to believe that anything unchristian is a sin, and that there was no history before the Nicene Council 325 AD, or around 1611 when that perverted James the King rewrote the Bible that he stole from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, it's been said, the Sun Book, aka the Book of Coming Forth by Day, extracting the 42 laws of Ma'at and leaving only 10 commandments. But you would need to read more books to understand this. But media and gangster rap makes education unpopular these days. So intellectual curiosity has taken a backstage to video games, hand-to-eye coordination, training folk to be quick on the trigger for wars never ending. The economy is broken, so the foreign lands your sons and daughters they are sending to maim, kill, and murder those who pray to Allah. Meanwhile, social media overloads of distraction, inundating us with commercials, got us trying to keep up with the Joneses, while children in China slave in sweatshops making smartphones. Broken window stop and frisk policy is a part of the conspiracy. The criminalization of a generation in a country where the rate of incarceration is the largest in the, I wish I could call it, civilized world. And whole cities are employed from prison privatization as a means to control population, where the demographic is rapidly changing from white to black and brown. Meanwhile, there's still a struggle concerning abortion. Cancer treatment has become an industry because in the cure, there's no profit. The educational system is only designed for training. Critical thought is lacking. They don't want us thinking. We might just figure out fascism is rising. So we need to have these uncomfortable conversations. It's too late to change the channel. The atmosphere is polluted with radiation. It's not safe to put your head in the sand. Now we're doing die-ins, chanting hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe.
Man, if y'all don't buy that book, I don't know how many Thursdays I'm gonna have to tell y'all about that book, but I'm gonna tell you again, buy that book. Thank you, and Goma, please unmute yourselves and give them some love.
Woo!
Truth,
Yeah.
Baba.
Woo!
Oh,
Great,
whoa.
great.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Each time, every time, each time.
Nice book.
That's right. And look, he took all the work out of it for you. Put the whole link right there in the chat. All you gotta do is press all that beautiful blue goodness and go ahead and bless yourself. Thank you for being here and for telling the truth as only you can. Right? We got space. We got 2 more people on the good luck round. Aisha wants to join the good luck round. I think you will be the last to get us going. Okay, we got RMT. We're gonna hear a little something from subject matter, the artist, and then we're gonna end it out with Aisha Simon. Okay, so RMT, go ahead, do your thing.
Thank you. And you know what? I just realized I did buy his book, literally just like it came yesterday, because he promoted it on a Thursday and he kept promoting it. So thank you. You know, I'm going to start reading it this weekend. I got it. Just came from Amazon. The promotions work, you know, so thank you, Baba. That was great. And talking about promotions, I'm going to put in the chat again, as Ray Chain already promoted and beautifully put together with the visuals. We have Salsa Jam in person at the New Rican Poets Cafe every last Sunday of the month, this Sunday at 9 p.m. Next Wednesday, usually on Wednesdays, we have the Wednesday night poetry slam, except for the first Wednesday of the month. Beatniks is returning. It took a hiatus this month, but next in February 1st, next Wednesday, Beatniks, hosted by La Brewer. That one will only be online, streaming from inside the cafe. You can watch it online. And then if you happen to be in Manhattan at 9 p.m., Women's Orator Warriors Wednesday, the all-women open mic. Men are welcome, but your poem or performance has to be about women. That's the requirement. So please support all the women. La Brua will host, so come on out for us. And as Ray Jane already mentioned, put it in your calendar. Saturday, January 11th. We are finally returning with karaoke, which is now expanded into an independent music showcase. So everyone is welcome in person. Not yet in Zoom, unfortunately, but in person. And Ray Jane, I also want to mention tomorrow, last Friday of the month, at The Word is Right, Freestyle Fridays with your host, Ray Jane. And if you haven't come to one of her previous Freestyle Fridays, come on out. It's an open mic / workshop. We do prompts, we do writing, we read to each other. If you don't have anything planned for the last Friday of the month, come on out. Online, The Word is Right with Ray Jane. I'm so glad that you're doing this. All right, very quick. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote a year ago in a workshop that Advocate of Words gave. He gave us a new type of poem called Pentum, which is a poem of any length composed of 4-line stanzas, and the second and fourth lines of each stanza serve as the first and third line of the next stanza. Trust me, it's very difficult. He taught us how to do it. I tried it as best as I can. Here it is. Winter is not yet done, which is funny because in the east here in New York City, winter hasn't even started yet. I think, Rachel, yesterday we got a little bit snow, just a little bit, but like exactly tiny, but I know the rest of the country, you guys unfortunately have been inundated with snow. So here it is. Winter is not yet done. Winter is not yet done. Another blanket of snow. Spring has not yet sprung. The season's one last show. Another blanket of snow. Nature's beauty no matter the time. Current season's one last show before we will get to the prime. Nature's beauty no matter the time, though not on our schedule. Before we'll get to the prime, we are taken for a fool. Though not on our schedule, the weather always is on its own. We are taken for a fool, a curveball we are thrown. The weather always is on its own, nature in charge, season not gone. A curveball we are thrown. Winter is not yet done. And that's it. Happy winter.
Oh my gosh. But what if I wanted to be summer, Ron? Come on.
We're going to have to come a few more Thursdays here, and then we're going to get to summer, okay?
Fine. Please unmute yourselves and yell for Ron.
I love that, Ron.
RMD.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here and for all the updates so we know what to look forward to at the new yo. All right, next up is Subject Matter, the artist, also known as Daryl Lewis. Thank you for being here. Go ahead, do your thing. Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me okay? Okay, I don't have my headphones on today. Sometimes they say you can't hear me.
Now you're coming in strong.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm that guy born in Jersey, grew up in Charlotte, and spent the most of my life in Long Beach. But I got to come visit my son. He's going to college out there and Fordham, taking animation or something like that. I gotta wait till after the winter because I can't come out there in the winter. I ain't built for that no more. But anyway, I was just listening, and man, I was just enjoying the show today, man. It was just amazing. I'm gonna do this piece, do a quick piece. Name of it is I Slowly Die of Thirst. Your screams travel upward and dissolve into the ethos. Your tears salt the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean. You warned us of the good ship Jesus. Kidnappers were coming to rip babies from your womb. Vampires are coming to suck the blood from your veins. They can't survive without you. Divinity is your curse. You can't even die to alleviate your pain. I know you would rather abandon life than to have your jewels and garments ripped from your body by their blood-stained fingers. Your skin is desecrated by their touch. Your gates are ravished for their self-indulgent. You pray to God that your milk would dry and turn to dust so their children could no longer nurse from your breast, but your milk is eternal. I was lullabied by fake smiles, handshakes, gifts, and lies, dreamt of power, awakened in a cage. I see your tears in my nightmares. Colonizers tear away your undergarments, your arms and legs flail about as they take turns among themselves as if they had some God-given right. Steam from the nostrils of the train continues to rise. You turn your head toward me. We make eye contact and I decipher your lips pathetically mouthing, "Help me." I am like a child flailing away at the ankles of a 10-foot drunken monster consumed with lust. A rifle butt continues to strike me in the back of my head. I woke in chains, pray my tears would rust the locks. Regret is a slow-cutting saw. Fell prey to a magician's sleight of words, intoxicated by complacency, exchanged the thrones and crowns you had given me for yokes. Kings and queens genuflecting the cotton fields, distracted by arguments with my family while our mother is being defiled. Dogon predicted their coming in the stars. Medicine men read it in the bones shaken in leather pouches and spread out on your pregnant belly. African wild dogs smelt their stench and howled by the moonlight. We should have rained spears down on their heads until your forests were bald. We should have fought them back. You were never his willing concubine. Don't touch my mother. Now, I slowly die of thirst. I can no longer bear to see my reflection in the water. Subject matter.
Ooh, I can't even imagine us missing that. I can't even imagine. Please unmute yourselves and give them some love for that. Thank you.
That was
Oh my
fantastic.
God.
Yeah,
Oh,
subject
deep
matter.
and
Yes.
strong.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that blew me away.
Oh my gosh, me too, Joski. They've been working on us today, huh? Yeah, you've been going through it tonight. Oh my gosh. Daryl, that was fantastic and deep. Ooh, don't touch my mother. I think you said something about genuflecting to cotton fields. And that was it for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I don't know how y'all survived it, but I barely made it. Thank you. Please put your information in the chat so the folks can follow you. And please don't come to New York in the winter. Don't do it. It's not safe. It's not safe, man. It's not safe. It's cute now, but it's gonna turn on us soon. Ron is right. Don't do it. Your son will be okay up in Fordham. We'll take care of him. Don't worry.
Thank you. I'm gonna send them to you. Now you put yourself out there.
Listen, come on, tell him, send him to the New York. We'll take care of him. We might turn him into a poet, though. I can't promise you. We won't.
No, he's a video gamer. So.
Look, for now. All right, we got one more artist to bless the mic, taking us out of here for the evening. Aisha Simon, please unmute yourself, my dear.
Hey, beautiful people. So glad y'all back on. I was like, where is the new yo? Where's the Thursday night new yo? I'm gonna share this piece. It's called Sober Thoughts. I don't know which hurts more, your sober truth or the one motivated by liquid courage. Is this the true you? You said such vile things with comfort when you drink. Tequila, your friend, Tito whispering lies that you spill like some rancid tea. And yet when sober, you tell me you love me. And you tell me you're in love with me when you're inebriated. So which am I to believe? They say you speak your truth when full cups empty. I tried it once, wanted to taste this lover that you now replaced me with. She burned going down, was bitter and hot on my tongue, but somehow sweet to yours. Slurred words, but their meaning and intent undisturbed. Word wars, and I leave with the battle scars, but maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one who's drunk with stupidity because you catch me off guard every time. I'm ill-equipped and you're sick. This disease, the liquid medicine of choice to calm the dis-ease you've been served. I stay because I know. I sense you want the open needed to truly be free. But this drunkenness is your prison. You peek through the bars, hold on to them like those empty bottles that line the floor in the corner of your room. They stand there like empty tombs you've spoken into and over them. Gave them domain and over your living. But are you living or existing? Clinging to me like that last drop sliding down the shaft of a shot glass. I wish I could decipher between your sober thoughts and the share of your drunken heart. Peace.
I'll let you catch the last of that whistle. Okay. Yes, come on with the words, with them drunken and sober thoughts. I know that's right. You'll never really know. Is it you or the tequila, boo? Please unmute yourself. And
Nice, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, powerful. Oh
Aisha,
my God.
very well done.
I was trying to type, I couldn't type because I was just oof.
Yeah, that's right.
just messing us up. You know what I'm saying? Got us feeling drunk on your
So
word.
hard though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So true. So true. Right? You can usually find yourself in the truth. So we thank you for inviting us in. We thank you, all of you, for being here, for choosing to share this Thursday evening with us. We always say you could have been anywhere else in the entire world and the entire Zoomverse, which I think is bigger than the world now. It's like so many places you can be. But you decided to be here with us at the Thursday night online open mic, which comes to you every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you came through, or maybe you're watching from afar, maybe you hear about it next time you decide, I'm gonna be brave, I'm gonna get up there, I'm gonna do my thing. If you'd like to sign up, the sign up is 24 hours ahead of time. So since we spit in at 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, you're gonna sign up at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. That's right, at theneweurekan.org, full events calendar, the Thursday of choice at 9 p.m. Artists ticket is the plug. If you forget all of that, you can follow me, your host. I am It's Ray Jane. That's ITSRAYJANE on Instagram and Facebook. And the website is the same if you get all that, ITSRAYJANE.com. I usually drop a little reminder reel on Wednesdays just to remind you to sign up and how to sign up if you forgot. Okay? Because if you ain't anything like me, sometimes everything in here don't be connected. You know, get a little old, some things forget, some things be in and out. So if you're like that, please don't feel bad. You are in good company. Okay? So follow us, find us, come back to us. If the world takes you away, don't feel bad. Just return. That's our only request. Okay? In the meantime, you know how we do this. How we come in is how we leave, and that's with love. So I'll be unmuting you all and inviting you to shout your love into the universe. say something to encourage yourself or somebody else within earshot. And I will be counting down from 10 with the things that I want you to take with you into the end of your week and with you just in case we don't see you next week. Cool? So unmute yourselves and yell like banshees because you are free to. Okay? All right, do it, do it.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, I love my poet family.
Peace, love. Keep that pen moving. Keep that pen moving.
Keep being fire and beautiful.
You feel crazy.
What a
You are
night.
in good company.
Great night.
Love y'all.
Mighty
Hearts and
day.
kisses.
Great night.
Keep inspiring everyone.
You know you can write a book, right? 6. If you don't think you can do it, look around. There's proof all around you that it can be done. 6, you are your own limitation. Bust up out that thing. 5, don't let nobody define what you are and what you can do. That is your job. 4, you know what it is, so act like you know. 3,
We know.
I might just put up something the other day so fuck around and find out. Just put that in your heart. Take it with you. Okay. 2, love is free if you know where to find it. And 1, we love Joski's laugh. That's gonna be the thing we end this thing with. All that love. Right? We love you if you don't have nowhere else to be. Come on and laugh with us in Joski. Ooh, that rhymed. It's a poem.
You must be a
You
poet.
go, Ray Jane. I'm here for it.
They didn't give me a big mic for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I don't got no sense. I love you. If ever you need somewhere to be welcome, it's here. And if ain't nobody else hugged you today, I want you to wrap your arms around yourself. Go on, wrap your arms. I'm watching y'all. Go ahead, do it.
Okay.
There we go. Come on, voice volume. Put them arms around. Okay, there we go. Thank you, thank you. You one arm hugging us? I know that's up. Oh, you holding the phone. Okay, I got it. Well, if you feel yourself holding you, then you feel me holding you. Okay? Turn so that I can get a hug back. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Peace, y'all. Take care. We'll see you next